everybody, and welcome to another edition of A Chapter a Day Keeps the Doctor Away. My name is Alan, otherwise known as Hisui, and I'm from ReverseThieves.com as well as the Speakeasy podcast. And this time, I'm going to be looking at the companion piece to my last review, which is now I'm looking at Fate Extra Mikan Kayasuko-chan Chapter 1. It's known as Tsukumihara Academy Part 1. And this is a manga adaptation of the Fate Extra CCC game, which is the sequel to the original Fate Extra game. Once again, a PSP spin-off of the Fate universe, kind of set in its own universe with kind of little tiebacks to the original. And this one, once again, set in the sequel, but the first one looked at the Saber character, Red Saber. This one looks at the caster character, kind of the fox-tailed caster. And you could already tell different artists, kind of different style. I've never played the Fate CCC game. It's not come out in English yet, so I can't tell what they've changed. But once again, it does seem that they're wisely adapting it a little more to manga, which, considering the strengths and weaknesses of the plot of the game, probably for the best. This one seems to be trying to focus a little more on the comedy aspect. The original Fate Extra manga, a lot more serious business, adds a lot more gore and disturbing factor to things. This one seems to be trying to add its own little humorous twist. Once again, we start off with Rin, already knowing the character, already interacting with him. Shinji kind of being his aloof, full of himself version. He doesn't seem as clued into what's going on as in Fate Extra. Leo is here, totally being your pal, not kind of the arrogant, to the noble-born guy that he is in the original. Kind of, he's more the, I want to say, Kid Gil to his original's, standard, king of rapists, Gilgamesh in Fate Stay Night. So here he's obviously rich and obviously kind of, a bit of a sheltered boy, but he's much kinder, much more friendly, kind of like a naive rich person, not a malicious one, like he was in the first game, and in the first series. Once again, doesn't seem super clued in to what's going on, but that might be a false front. But obviously, everything really changes when Taiga comes in, and it is, in fact, Sakurida, this character. Well, she calls herself Taiga, but she is obviously some kind of amalgam of Sakura and Rider in one character. But she is not Sakura, because we eventually see real Sakura later on in the chapter. But everybody kind of reacts to this new teacher. Shinji doesn't like her. Leo thinks he's cool. The main character is a little, Rani has this weird confrontation of like, join with me, in the hallway, but the main character kind of just dodges around her. And we learn that, yep, Sakurida, not up to any good. And the main character finds Sakura passed out in the hallway, complete with unnecessary panty shot, and he takes her to the infirmary, and they kind of have a moment But then everything kind of goes crazy after they part when basically the manga becomes Attack on Titan, and this giant Sakura monster basically starts wrecking up the school. But at the same time, someone is trying to contact him. So, we kind of end with, the school being attacked by the Sakura version of, a Titan. And, uh, once again, not the worst manga adaptation of a video game, but also not my favoriteest manga ever. Definitely kind of, once again, the art is serviceable, but not amazing. It's a fun series. But once again, it kind of just lacks a punch. I'm going to continue reviewing it. Nothing so horrible that I can't continue on. But, it just, like all these series, I always feel like they get kind of like newbies to, break them in. And I feel like that's what we're seeing here. Somebody who, like, is being given their first chance with something that, they're, like, well, you're not ready for your own series, but let's let you adapt this series. And that's kind of what I feel like. Like, maybe in a few years down the line, maybe this person will have improved enough to really wow you with what they do. But right now, they're kind of like mid-level. But I'll continue on. If nothing else, like I've said before, I feel like that caster character has a lot more potential. I wish that they'd put her in a series that wasn't just an adaptation of her game, but kind of let her, do stuff beyond what she does in this. Because she is kind of a sexy character, but a little bit of a devious character. As opposed to, kind of the more straight-laced, honest Saber. In fact, Saber, traditional Saber, blue Saber, if you will. I feel like Red Saber and this caster are a little more tricky, a little more devious, a little more do what it takes to win characters, and I feel like they kind of be interesting characters in a series where they got to, be free from the restraints of a video game. And which is odd because you have so much more control over a video game, but I feel like there's a certain depth of character that you don't get in video games, or it's different in video games, and I feel like they'd be more interestingly explored in a light novel series or an original manga series. But that's just a weird wish. But I feel like these characters are popular enough that they might get their own thing. But we'll see. Maybe Caster will shine here. I mean, we haven't even seen her other than a disembodied voice. So, alright, see you guys next time.